Hello, this is George Pruitt, and I want to introduce you to my new series, Easing into Easy Language. This series consists of probably 3 or 4 books, with the first book being the Foundation Edition, which I have just published. It is on Amazon right now for $29.95. It is designed for the beginner, for people that know how to actually plot indicators and insert strategies and things like that, but they don't know much about getting into the language itself. So, like I said, this is the first book in a series, and I'm going to show you in this video what a beginner, if he progresses through all the tutorials in the book, can achieve. And this is basically what I'm going to show you is what's in tutorial 5, and so that's about halfway through the book, a little bit less, but this is what you can achieve by going through the book and understanding the concepts and the syntax and all the semantics that are involved with the language. How many beginning easy language programmers could program this algorithm? It's a pyramiding algorithm where you're putting on up to 3 units of the E-mini S&P 500 and then taking a certain profit, and that is determined by an input from the user. So in this strategy, it not only will allow you to pyramid, but it allows you to modify parameters via the input interface. And like I said, how many beginning programmers could program something like this? Conceptually, it's very simple. You put 3 contracts on, 1, 2, 3, take a profit. You could put 2 contracts. If it doesn't achieve the criteria to add the third, it still takes profit on the 2 contracts. So we have 2 there, we have 3 here, and we have 3 here. So what I want to do in this real quick video is show you how to program this. And you're going to be amazed how few lines it takes to do this. And a lot of people believe that programming requires a true in-depth knowledge of the programming language, and to become a really good programmer, you probably need to spend a lot of time, and you need to know the language inside out. But to be able to program an algorithm, especially one that maybe you're focused on, doesn't require a lot of knowledge. You just need to understand the foundation of the language. Hence, this is the Foundation Edition of my book, of the series. Okay, some of you have maybe made it to this point in your easy language education. Maybe some of you haven't. I am going to show you how to do this pyramiding strategy real quick, just to show you how a little bit of knowledge can take you a long way. And let's go ahead and do that process of programming that strategy or algorithm by creating a new strategy. And I went to my TDE, or my TradeStation development environment, and we're going to create Easy Pyramid Algo. And here's the dreaded blank slate, the empty canvas, the tabula rasa. How do you go from here to here? Well, we've got to paint or program in here so that we can get to this point. And to do that, you've got to understand the basics of easy language. And that's what the Foundation Edition does. And the subsequent books in this series, Easing into Easy Language, will build upon the prior book. So if you understand the Foundation Edition, you can move on to the second book. And I think I'm going to talk about day trading, or write about day trading and intraday trading, things like that, where you're working with 5-minute bars in book 2, and then maybe in book 3 we'll go to advanced topics. We might just dip our toe into object-oriented easy language, But that's for another time. Right now, let's go ahead and program this algorithm. What do we need? Well, you may not know what these are, but I'm going to program it. Inputs is the interface for the user of the algo to be able to change or optimize the algorithm. So in this case, I'm creating a trend indicator of length 100. I'm going to say max positions. This all makes sense. It's almost like English language here of 3 positions. And my profit objective is going to be in dollar form, hence the dollar sign. You'll notice that I like doing that using the dollar sign. Is this going to be $500? And I'm going to have a max loss too of $500. Okay. And we can change that via the format strategies. Okay. So I've got my strategy, easy pyramid algo strategy. Here's the inputs. I'm going to create one variable. That's all I need, one variable, and you'll learn from the book what a variable is. It's basically a placeholder for a value. MP is, as you can probably guess, going to be market position. MP is going to be equal to market position. And I go into what variables are in EasyLanguage. They're a little different than other programming languages, but I go into detail about what they are and how you can index into the history of the variable. And we're going to type an if-then construct right here. If the close is greater than the average of close for the trend len, which is 100, so you got a 100-day moving average. If the close is above the 100-day moving average, then we're going to do something. Okay, it's almost like English. If we're going to check if the close is less than the prior close, and the way to get the prior close is to index into that variable, and it's just a square bracket, 1 square bracket, and current contracts turns blue. As you can tell, I got different coloring for my different words. All keywords or reserve words in my syntax coloring scheme are blue. If that happens, if current contracts is less than max positions, what are we going to do? Well, we got to make sure that that's all we need to do. That's all the criteria that we need, and I think that is all the criteria we need for this. Then we're going to buy. What are we going to buy? We have to give it a name. Let's call it Pira or Pyra buy next bar at open. It's a market order. Whenever the market opens up again, we're going to send a market order. And let me fix my code a little bit to make things more easily readable. We're going to create a begin and an end here. You don't necessarily need it, but sometimes you do need the begin and ends. In this case, let's do it just for readability. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set my stop loss to my max loss dollar. As you can tell, I did a capital M there. Up here, I've got a little m. It doesn't matter. It's case insensitive, but I like to make things look good. And we're going to set profit target to profit objective dollar sign. And then we're going to compile it. And the way you compile it, you verify it. And it's under the build menu. So we're going to verify it. And I got 0 errors. And it says if it's applied, it will be modified. And this is the results of that code. Okay, that's the end of this tutorial. or this introductory video to Easing into EasyLanguage, the Foundation Edition. I will have a Kindle version available here in the next couple of days. And I hope that you'll be able to use the Kindle edition either on your computer or your tablet, but I'm hoping I can get it into a Kindle e-reader format. I'm not guaranteeing anything because when you program textbooks such as this, it's hard to maintain the format in a Kindle e-reader. Okay, so thank you very much, and you have a great day. Real quick, I just want to add this to the video. These are all the files you'll receive. This is all source code that you'll receive when you buy the book. As you can tell, everything is preceded with the letter EZ. So this is all the source code. These are strategies, indicators, functions, and as you can tell, there's quite a few of them. So all this comes with the book. You'll be able to download this from my website, www.georgepruitt.com. So there's a wealth of information here, and we go through each and every one of these, either in the book or in a video. And there's over 4 hours of video available if you buy the book. Just wanted to throw that in. Thank you.